Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with details on what could be a big weekend worry weather-wise here across the Arklatex as we have the potential of seeing a winter storm develop. First of all, let's go into how this will play out. We're going to be watching some colder, a very cold Arctic air mass spread southward into the eastern half of the country. And as that happens, this upper level low is going to dive itself into northwestern Mexico, setting up this basically southwesterly flow over the top of the colder air, which is going to be moving in. So how this will take place as all this happens, will start off as rain Friday night. As the colder air begins to move in, that rain, as temperatures drop below freezing at the surface, will change to freezing rain. As that cold air near the surface gets thicker, eventually we'll see the freezing rain change over to and mix in with some sleet. And as the deepening process continues, we will see the change over to a mixture of sleet and snow, with more snow further to the north where the cold air mass will be at its steepest. And we'll likely see all this end as we move into Saturday night into perhaps as late as Sunday morning, but we won't see much improvement Sunday, as temperatures Sunday will struggle to make it close to freezing for a daytime high. Now, as far as the explanation, as I mentioned, the key will be as to how much we get of what, and I'll go into the possibilities here in a second, how quickly we see that cold air mass thicken up. Again, the longer it stays too thin, the more freezing rain we get. The quicker that happens, the more sleet and snow we will get. So let's go into the possible scenarios. Again, this is the most likely scenario on freezing rain, which considers the transition and what's most likely to happen in terms of the timing of that. Blended model shows the darker areas of pink is where we could see at least a quarter of an inch of freezing rain accumulation, which is enough to cause some issues with power outages. That being said, here's a look at the same thing with snow and sleet. That is combined accumulation, and you can see the totals here over the northern sections of the Arklatex. Basically near and north of the Arkansas-Louisiana line is 1 to 2 inches is what's most likely going to accumulate, both sleet and snow combined, and that accumulation below an inch as you head further to the south. Now let's talk about the possible scenarios. First of all, freezing rain. If we stay freezing rain longer, the blended model shows, again, the green numbers represent what I just showed you with freezing rain, the most likely scenario. The red numbers are what basically represents the worst case scenario if we were to stay freezing rain longer. And you can see it's possible we could see ice accumulations of a half an inch to close to an inch, although there's only a 10% chance, according to the model blend, that we'll see the ice accumulations this high. Let's switch over to sleet and snow. Let's say that we change over to from freezing rain to sleet into snow a bit quicker. Again, the green numbers, what I just showed you, the most likely scenario as far as a solid accumulation of sleet and snow. The red numbers, if we do change over faster, you can see snowfall totals of 1 to 2 inches south and 3 to 5 inches north. Again, snow and sleet together will be a possibility. But again, those red numbers, there is only a 10% chance that we'll see the scenario play out this way. So that's kind of giving you a range of what we could be seeing. Very tricky forecast coming up. And of course, today is only Monday. We're talking about something that's going to happen this weekend. So expect some changes in this possible scenario or these possible scenarios as we move through the week ahead.